welcome to SVG-TV News for Wednesday, June 6, 2018. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. As they mourn the loss of their classmate Isaiah Shallow, who drowned over the weekend, students at the Brighton Primary School are being helped to cope. As part of their therapy, the students have been receiving professional counseling and are being taught how to handle grief. Class teacher Ian Williams said that the counseling sessions have been very helpful and that students have been doing their best to cope. Williams told SVG-TV News that Isaiah will be remembered for his athletic skills and enthusiasm in helping with the school's agriculture program.
And it's really been a loss. It's been a loss to us at the school. The type of character that he was a guy who was very helpful. We do a fall project at the school and he was always there helping. He was a member of the Red House and he ran for us, and last year the boys won the road relay and he was a part of that team. We also had him playing with our school tennis team and he would be missed. He has really been missed because he was a part of the class, he was a part of the school. It's a big loss to the class, a big loss to the school, and we were just hoping that one of these days we can see him again.
Jonathan Cupid, also known as Jason Welcome, who also lost his life at sea on Sunday, was a student of the Sinclair Dacon Secondary School. When our news team visited his classmates who attended to the school's lettuce beds, the teachers said this activity will help provide comfort to the students as they grieve the loss of their classmate. The students also spoke with our news team.
Here at the Sinclair Secondary School with the students at room 1, room 3. And one of the students here has written a poem in remembrance of their dear friend. Go ahead.
Jason was my very best friend. We played in class a lot. He was very good at giant. He was very funny. He gave a lot of jokes in class and always helped me with my schoolwork.
We come from the same era and he was very jokesy.
He's kind, but sometimes we always get into fighting because he always harassing me. But still we're always friends and we'll always be friends. And I may he rest in peace and God be with him.
I miss that he was very energetic and loud-mouthed.
He was kind of nice and he always gave us jokes. And I sad because he's gone.
He was a good friend and he liked to tell a lot of jokes. And I am sad because he died.
Social worker Earl Old George Daniel has emphasized the importance of therapy for persons who experience loss. Daniel, who has close to 20 years of experience in this field, told SVG-TV News that it is necessary to use different techniques with persons experiencing pain to help them express their feelings.
So talking is always the first step. And to talk, you have to have people that you trust to talk. And your approach should not force people to talk. Right? They'll talk when they want to, but provide the environment so they can talk. They can feel safe talking. Right? In terms of younger kids, you have specialists who can go and get young kids to talk. We're using art therapy, music therapy, with different therapies, techniques that you can use to get people to express themselves. And based on the expressions, then you know how to tackle, you know what they're feeling inside. But the same stage of grief, they'll go through. The anger with the first would be the first stage. They'll be angry at different people. Why didn't you watch my kids? Why didn't you why? And they'll be angry for a long time. Because when they're expressing this anger, don't defend it. Validate the anger. Because validation is so important. Say, I understand how you feel. And I know I can understand the feeling. Right? Don't try and defend and say, and this is why we didn't. So they'll be angry for a long time to come. And after the anger is passed, and they start to negotiate, bargaining and all that. And say, well, if he didn't go to the beach, he should have gone there. I told him to go. I told him not to go to the beach. I told him to start to negotiate back and forth. But it took a lot of therapy to bring them to the acceptance stage, a lot of therapy.
Daniel said that when issues of loss are not addressed early, it can lead to antisocial behavior such as rebellion.
So my concern over the years is that a lot of things happen and people are not given the therapy that they need. And 10 years down the road, you have problems on your hand. You have a lot of adults who have been hurt 20 years ago, and they start to manifest this hurt in different ways 20 years later. And when you do, then you start to then you criminalize them for offending, for breaking some law, not even understanding why they're doing what they're doing. Nobody cares about that. So if you punish them now on top of their pain that they had, they're carrying for years, that's why a lot of people become hardened criminals, because they get even more angry. Because no one had the time, took the time to examine or to find out why am I angry, or to even detect that I'm angry. So it's important that we go back to, as I say, the basics. Know who you're with, know your workers, know your co-workers, know your children. You need to know when something is different. You're not in a good mood today. Is there anything wrong? If you say, well, I don't want to talk right now, then you will respect that. But you go back later. Can you give me time when you think is good for us to talk? Maybe 5 minutes, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, but don't leave it alone. See, we need to be our neighbor's keeper.
Enumerators are currently in the field gathering information for the 2018 Country Poverty Assessment, the CPA, which is being spearheaded by the Ministry of Economic Planning. The CPA is a comprehensive poverty study to determine the causes and extent of poverty in the country and aids in policy making. A Director of Economic Planning, Laura Anthony Brown, at a news conference today, urged the public to cooperate with the enumerators to ensure the success of the CPA. Nikita Tony tells us more in this report.
Estimated to cost some $1.8 million, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is currently undertaking a Country Poverty Assessment CPA. The initiative, which was last done in 2007, determines the characteristics, extent, geographic concentration, severity, and causes of poverty and its impacts. Speaking at a news conference today, Director of Economic Planning, Laura Anthony Brown, said although they are not as far along with the project as they would like, there is need for the public to be more aware of what is happening.
CPA was done in 2007-2008 period. And those results indicated that indigents had fallen to just around 3% of the population, but that general poverty was still relatively high at around 30% of the population. Added to this one, the macro socioeconomic analysis, and also we are going to be doing a poverty vulnerability mapping.
Anthony Brown stressed the need for persons to cooperate with the enumerators in their data collection exercise.
And not just asking people who are poor. It's a random, these people have been selected by a sample. So we are very much in sympathy with having to disclose your private information to an enumerator, but I want to assure the population that we are sworn to secrecy.
Chief Statistician Gatlin Roberts gave an overview of the Living Conditions Household Budgetary Survey SLC-HBS component, which is the quantitative element of the CPA.
Moving away from measuring poverty, only looking at the monetary aspect of it, because it has long been recognized that there are many contributors to poverty. And now there is the thrust to monitor poverty using the multidimensional approach. The household budget side of it is the one that we're expected to really be in the field for 1 year, because we are collecting information that will feed into our consumer price index. It will also provide information that will feed into our national accounts.
Enumerators have been out on the mainland since March 13th this year, and Roberts said work will commence in the Grenadines within the next 2 weeks.
A total of 1,800 households, and these are across 113 enumeration districts. Persons living within the enumeration district, we got the number of households, we have the estimated population in these districts, and then the households were randomly selected. Respondents need to provide the information, especially truthful information, because when on an individual basis somebody might feel, because we've had it in the past where persons would have bragged that they gave information but it wasn't truthful. It is not helping us, because we will not provide the proper picture of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The Director of Economic Planning further noted that her department is aiming to have the results of the Enhanced Country Poverty Assessment available by the first quarter of 2020. Persons with queries about the ongoing initiative are being asked to contact the Ministry of Economic Planning, visit their website, or any of their social media platforms. Nikita Tony reporting for SVG-TV News.
Arrowroot farmers were today receiving payment for their 2017-2018 crop. The general manager of the Arrowroot Industry Association, Selman Walters, confirmed to SVG-TV News that all farmers who have delivered rhizomes to the factory at Owia received their money today at Orange Hill. He said around 25 or so farmers who had not yet delivered their arrowroot to the factory will remain to be paid. In total, some $1.3 million is being paid out. Workers at the factory received payments due to them on May 5th. Minister of Housing and Area Representative Montgomery Daniel, who has cabinet responsibility for Arrowroot, told SVG-TV News in an earlier interview in April that a proposal have been taken to cabinet to obtain additional support from government to pay both factory workers and farmers who had been waiting for several months to be paid. Minister Daniel said that a recent memorandum of understanding which the government signed with Winfresh is intended to result in a new thrust to secure markets for the processed starch. An official from the Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO, has been commenting on the importance of family-run farms to the economy and the agriculture sector. Speaking at a workshop hosted by the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation in Agriculture, AICA, earlier this week, Dr. Colleen Phillips said the family-run farms are an important form of production across the region and encourage stakeholders to ensure their survival. Dr. Phillips also commented on the fine tradition of such farms here in SVG.
So as we embark upon this concept of analyzing what the findings were from the consultation carried by our sister organization AICA in the characterization of family farms in the Caribbean, let us become engaged in such a way where we can really put out there concepts that would bring us to the place that we need to be as it pertains to shifting the individual to the family.
The FAO representative also commented on the important role of cooperatives to the agriculture sector and encouraged farmers to consider fellow members of cooperatives as a family.
So let us reapproach the concept of cooperative with a different mentality, looking out for each other. My thing is, I'm very passionate too about group formations and cooperatives. My colleagues will know that. And it would be very imperative for us to farm within our cooperative structure, recognizing that our fellow members are family and we can help, be it in marketing, with labor, with the provision of just simple information, because that too would allow for that paradigm shift that we are trying to bring about.
Chief Agriculture Officer Ashley Kane also recognized the role which family-run farms play in the economy and noted that once the next generation of farmers make good use of technology, they can radically transform the agriculture sector. Welcome to Carnival Beat this evening. We hear that the wait will soon be over and Calypso lovers here will on Friday, June 8th, witness the reintroduction of the once highly contested Queen of Calypso competition. The event, which was held last in 2002, has been regarded as the missing element from a well-rounded Calypso product in SVG. SVG-TV's Nikita Tony visited the ladies at rehearsal Thursday as they prepare for Friday's big contest and files this report.
Calypso lovers are said to be in for a treat this Friday, June 8th at the Russell's Auditorium as 15 talented female Calypsonians vie for the coveted title of Queen of Calypso 2018.
Spearheaded by the SVG Calypso Association, SVG-CA, the Queen of Calypso event is seen as a platform for the empowerment of female Calypsonians and for them to join in the fight to sustain the Calypso art form. Member of the production team, Chawali Johnson, said patrons can expect a highly contested event with quality compositions from seasoned and fresh talents.
I have 8 ladies from the upstate experience, 4 from the graduates and 3 from the on-tour tent. So, but we had persons who weren't in active intents also registering for the show, but you know we had to do a preliminary, and we're now left with 15 reigning Calypso and the reigning soca, junior soca monarch ladies in this competition. You know, they made it, you know, to the finals. They went head to head with the experienced ladies, and they found themselves in the finals, and they have really good songs. I'm really looking forward to it, to seeing them, you know, do their thing come Friday.
President of the SVG-CA, Earl Capper Bennett, extended congratulations to the 15 finalists. He said he is convinced that the competition will play a significant role in taking Calypso forward in SVG.
A few years ago, we had a paucity of women participating in Calypso. Yes, last year we saw an upsurge, but we need, one of our objectives is to increase the pool, not only to increase, but to sustain it, to maintain, and you have to give the Calypsonians, the female ones, incentives. So we have a variety of songs. We have experienced persons in these songs, we have in-between persons, and we have the very young. So come Friday, you are in for sure, and I want to tell you, come out in your numbers.
Cece Littlebit King, who took the Queen of Calypso title in 1995, said she is elated with the reintroduction of the competition and looks forward to its continuation.
Bring it back at this time, and because a lot of persons were asking for this show to come back for so long, so now that it's back, I hope that it's going to be back here to stay. We're not going to be here forever. So we have to bring the youths in so they can take over when we move on. And having the youths around, it's great. To me, it's going to be a battlefield worse than how it used to be 16 years ago. So come out on Friday, the 8th, Russell Auditorium, Battleground.
The reigning secondary school's junior Calypso monarch, Christiana singing Christy Christopher, is among the younger competitors vying for the crown on Friday. The Calypso princess, who was probably a babe when the contest was last held, said she too is confident in what she and her fellow competitors have to offer at Friday's event.
Experience, not my first time. Been participating in junior Calypso from since 8 years, and now I'm 16, so I don't feel anyhow. I'll invite you all to come out on Friday night and support each and all the 15 females participating in the Queen of Calypso.
Returning from a 15-year hiatus, the Queen of Calypso competition is promised to be something of epic proportions. Reporting for Carnival Beat, I am Nikita Tony.